Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar. Today's webinar is about the market abuse regulation and price-sensitive information compliance checks. My name is Rob Kubbe. I will do the introduction of this webinar, and then I will hand over to Jo van IJzer from StepUpSmart to guide you through the applications. So I will start with a brief introduction. This webinar is brought to you by 3 different organizations that work together. So starting with StepUpSmart. StepUpSmart is, in this case, the subject matter expert who brought in the legal knowledge of the subject, the price-sensitive information, and the market abuse regulation. Neotologic is the provider of the no-code platform, which has been used to build the application. And Transform Data International is the organization that provided the expertise on the no-coding platform and the resources to build the applications. We'll start with an introduction of Transform Data. So Transform Data is founded in 2014 and we're located in Maastricht in the very south of the Netherlands. We do operate in the professional service market, so that basically means the accountancy, the law firms, and also the corporate legal departments. And we have mixed expertise. Basically, we have people coming from a more business and economics background. We have the information management people who are the bridge between the business and the technical people, and we have the real techies, the developers, and people that work for a long time in the legal tech area. We have 2 key partners, technology providing partners. One of them is Repsor. Repsor is located in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and they provide case management solutions that we use to do matter management kind of projects and allow organizations to manage their matters, their cases, their documents in a structured way on top of SharePoint, Office 365, and nowadays also Microsoft Teams. And we have Neotologic. Neotologic is the creator and the provider of the no-code platform that we use to build self-service applications and expertise automation applications. And the solutions that we provide from these 2 products, we integrate them closely together. So for example, you're able to service your self-service applications via portals created by Repsor technology, or service your clients via self-service applications inside Microsoft Teams. So we take care of integrating the 2 solutions created by these partners closely together. And we do that in the Benelux, the Nordics, and the German-speaking countries. So having done this, I will hand over the word to Jo van IJzer from StepUpSmart. You will guide us through the applications that are created.
Welcome, I'm Jo van IJzer of StepUpSmart. StepUpSmart supports legal professionals to maximize their contribution to the success of the organization they work for. General starting point: an undisturbed and smooth operation of the business duties delivers a maximum contribution to the success of the organization, in such a way that there are no disruptions, fines, lawsuits, with a satisfied customer as a result, even in economic hard times. To realize this, IT plays a vital role by practical solutions for integrated and efficient ways of working, for example by expert systems. Therefore, Transform Data and StepUpSmart have developed 2 applications to make market abuse regulation easier, with the no-code developing tool of Neotologic, which we'll talk more about later. The 2 systems are the MAR and PSI apps. We start with the MAR app. The market abuse regulations are quite extensive and detailed. Compliance is quite a challenge. Non-compliance can also have serious financial and reputational damage. The MAR application facilitates the assessment of compliance with the market abuse regulations and gives practical suggestions for improvements. The setup of the system is based on a questionnaire with a layer structure. If a section or a part of a question is not relevant or in place, no further details are displayed. After answering the questions, you can select different reports and dashboards. A distinction is made between obligatory or prescribed elements and advised issues. In practice, it is very hard to comply with the regulations without implementing the advised elements. For all questions applies. If a subject is applied or relevant, the check mark can be placed on the subject. There are 9 main groups of subjects to structure the questions. Most subjects have follow-up questions. In total, the questionnaire contains more than 200 issues. To get a good impression of the whole system, we have filled out a questionnaire. All main subjects are selected. This means that all first follow-up questions related to the main issues will appear. The header on the page contains the main subject, a short description of the referring subject, and the sub-question is displayed. In the next screen, you can see that this is a follow-up question of the main category Awareness and Knowledge Program, as displayed in the header, of the question the organization applies a training for all insiders. The question itself relates to the content of the explanation. The next screen shows a follow-up question of one of the selected subjects that is part of the explanation of the training for all insiders about the explanation of the background of the regulation. This is the third level of the questionnaire. The next screen shows another follow-up question of the training for all insiders and the explanation for insider/price-sensitive information. Throughout the whole system, the same structure is followed. In the header, the main issue is displayed, followed by the relevant sub-questions. In this screen, you can see an example of the main category Procedures, Documentation and Registration System, followed by a question about the content of the system. As you will understand, these are also followed by more detailed issues. As an example, you can see more questions about insider registrations, a very important issue. Not only prescribed or obligatory subjects are part of the content, also advised and practical measures are taken into consideration. An example is creating awareness and embedding in the corporate culture and the disclosure procedure. After finishing the questionnaire, you can look at the results. There are 2 approaches for the reporting: a PDF file and a reporting dashboard. The PDF file contains all elements of the questionnaire. Depending on the answers, the concerning issue is displayed in green, red or black. The green issues are the applied or relevant subjects. The red ones are not selected and the black ones are the issues that not have been asked for. As the question is not selected or considered as a no, the sub-questions are not displayed and therefore considered not applicable or not answered. Besides the PDF, you can open the dashboard. The dashboard enables you to make your own selections of the database of all possible combinations. A single main category can be selected or a combination of subjects. The yes, no or not answered and obligatory and advised as criteria. You can see the reporting in graphs and all relevant issues as a text. This enables you to create your own insights and reporting. A very powerful functionality. The second application is the PSI app. PSI stands for Price Sensitive Information. The assessment of price sensitivity of information is quite a challenge. The information has to be concrete, not made public, and if it were made public, it would have significant impact on the price. Since the applicable concepts have a fairly high level of abstraction and in practice a subjective assessment must take place, The application contains a number of situations, events, issues that may be price sensitive or potentially price sensitive. Some components are price sensitive anyway, others may be price sensitive, depending on all circumstances of the case. The PSI app helps to create more guidance. The structure of the application is a questionnaire. Based on the answers of the questionnaire, the system prepares a draft reporting. This reporting can be reviewed by the responsible person. The workflow can be custom-made with, for example, a press procedure, tasks, email notifications, etc. The questionnaire starts with a description of the concerning issue. The issue has to be categorized in one or more of the four main categories: financial position, capital, organization, and rumors. We take an investment in a new plant as an example. This can influence the financial position and the organization. As the financial position is considered relevant, there is a possibility to fill in the numbers of turnover, EBITDA, and results after tax. Behind the question mark, you find a short description of the concerning issue. In the next screen, more details are asked which issues apply. We have selected development of important new products. As we selected organization, a follow-up question is asked about organization, policy, and strategy. Here we select important CAPEX investments. To have a better understanding of the impact of the development of the new products, some further detailing questions are asked. We don't know the impact of the turnover, EBITDA, results after tax, or other yet, so we leave this question blank. But we think that the level of depreciation will be higher than the indicated value. The questionnaire ends with the possibility to add a final remark. We describe that the depreciation will increase above the indicated level. Based on the questionnaire, the system considers this issue as price sensitive and potentially price sensitive. The report contains the elements that lead to the conclusions. As the application indicates that the issue is potentially price sensitive and price sensitive, the report is directly sent to the compliance officer, who can review the report and send an email to the user. The system registers all assessments that are made, including the reviews. To summarize, the MAR application facilitates an easy and profound assessment. It provides insights and dashboards in relation to the market abuse regulations. Identifying relevant issues advised and prescribed makes it possible to prioritize and determine next steps. The PSI app facilitates the assessment and documentation of the primary stage of a price-sensitive or potentially price-sensitive issue. Based on the PSI app, the price sensitivity can be determined upfront. The process and final decision about the sensitivity is structured and balanced. When a sudden and unexpected issue arises, the application can give a strong guidance in determination of the price sensibility. The two applications have been developed with the no-code developing tool of Neotalogic.
Thanks, Joe, for sharing those applications. This is Shaz from Neotalogic, and I just want to end by talking quickly about how Joe was able to make those applications and how he was able to codify all of that knowledge and all of that expertise into a system without writing a line of code. And the way he did that was using the Neotalogic platform. Neotalogic is a no-code automation system for professional services, and we work with many of the largest law firms and in-house legal teams in the world to automate their work. That automation can take many different shapes and forms. Often it's expertise, much like these applications that we've shown you today. It can include documents, but also workflows as well, larger work processes that cover review processes, approval processes, negotiation processes, and other workflows. And we operate around the world as well. We have offices in Europe, in America, and in the Asia Pacific region. What Neotologic allows you to do is to take the expertise that exists in the head of a subject matter expert and create a systematized digital version of that expertise, so that a service no longer needs to be delivered on a one-to-one basis, but can be delivered one-to-many, asynchronously, through a system built in the platform. It's a very powerful way of building digital services, because as a no-code system, it doesn't take very long at all to build solutions in the platform. It can take a user a few days to build a digital version of their expertise, rather than months or years in some situations. I'm just going to hand back now to Rob to wrap things up.
All right, thank you, Jo, and thank you, Chess, for talking us through all of this. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to join this webinar. If you have any questions or you would like to get in contact with us, feel free to send us an email via info@transformdata.eu or contact us or look at our website transformdata.eu. You will find more information about us, about the topics we discussed, including the Neota platform, some self-service applications that you can run through. And of course, reach out to us if there is anything you would like to know. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.